Who isn't bad?
Welcome back on a Wednesday. Coming up in about 8 minutes, 10 minutes, somewhere around there, we'll have the good folks from the Magnolia Italian Bakery. They'll be on the radio with us, and they want to talk about an event they got coming that they help with. So you'll get more information about that in about 10 minutes. But I want to tell you about a story that we talked about earlier in the week, and we talked about it last week, and it's happened now. The Marion County School Board has reported that it will be moving out of the 114-year-old District East School Board building downtown, where the Marion County School Board holds its meetings and home to 20 employees. It's going to close its doors on the 17th, and that's what they say is due to water intrusion. I have it from a source inside the school board that it's not only water intrusion, but the mold caused by that water intrusion, and that the building itself is almost uninhabitable. That was and they talked about it at a workshop recently. The board has been considering turning several of the square blocks they own downtown into a new district complex. But in the meantime, the Marion County School Board will be moving their employees to MTI. School board meetings will be held in the MTI auditorium. That's starting in January. So the Marion County School Board, at the request of the superintendent, discussed and decided to move out of the 114-year-old District East School Board building downtown. And, you know, I was a proponent of trying to save the building and its historical significance. It's not very many places that have buildings that are 114 years old. You know, that building was built in 1907. Not very many places can say they sport buildings that were built at the turn of the century. And we have buildings there. But I've always said you try to save those buildings unless they're so far gone they can't be saved. And the study that was done looks like these buildings are too far gone to be saved. With the black mold, the integrity of the buildings, because they hadn't been kept up. You know, you got to do, and they've done maintenance on them and everything, but you got to do structural maintenance and stuff too. Building's 114 years old. Water intrusion with water leaks and everything, you get black mold in there, and mold, that's not healthy. That's detrimental to people's health. So while I am a opponent of knocking down historically significant buildings, if they can be saved, my information from my sources at the Marion County, the offices of the Marion County School Board, is that this building is beyond repair. That it is now a health risk to stay in that building. That it is a building that needs to be raised because it is unsafe for people to be in the building. And if that's the case, then that's what you got to do. You know, and it's a little different than somebody, you know, it's a little different than when I got upset with the camp Ritterhoff house that got destroyed. That was a private dwelling. Somebody could have invested the money and went and found the time and the wood and everything to rebuild that the way it was done. They could do that with the school board, but it's owned by the government. They don't have the resources, nor should they spend the resources to make a building back to the way it was in 1907 from the very first stone. Because that, to me, from what I'm being told from people at the school board offices, inside the Marion School Board offices, this building would have to be rebuilt basically from scratch. It's that far gone. So historical-wise, you'd replace it using the same stones and everything, type of stones and everything, but is that really sustaining the building or keeping the historical building? Because the historical building would be gone. It would be a replica, in my opinion, then, of the historical building. Because my understanding of it, the bones and all of this building are beyond repair. So the Marion County School Board has made the decision that they are moving out of the 114-year-old District East School Board building. They're moving to MTI. All employees and everything will move to MTI. They'll start holding school board meetings in the auditorium at MTI. And it looks like they're going to go forward for trying to build this complex on the site that is now these buildings that are uninhabitable, according to a report that they talked about during the workshop meetings. Good morning. You're on Ocala Talks.
Yeah, hello again, Tom. See, the great Ocala downtown fire, I guess, was 1883.
Yeah.
So evidently these buildings were built after that,
Yes,
right?
yes. That's why we're known as the Brick City, because we were a white clapboard city town until it all burnt down, and so they rebuilt with brick and stone so that it wouldn't burn down again.
Do you know what caused that great fire? Was it like a lightning strike, or do you know?
I'd heard the story from Willett Boyer, and it's slipping my mind right now what it was. I know it burnt down 10 blocks of the downtown area, 10-block area. All the downtown area, it was gone, all of it. But
so everything down there right now was built after the fire.
After the fire,
and,
yes.
Yeah, that's boy. That must. I wonder if there's any photograph of the original downtown area.
There's some. There you go. There's some great photographs that are the library has that came from the Star Banner and all when it was the Star back around that time. There's great photos of people that would vacation and stay in the old hotel that was on the square before it burnt down and everything. Because Ocala. From the 1870s to the 1910s, the Ocala Silver Springs area was a big vacation area for the very wealthy crowd of the Northeast. It was where they came to vacation. This area and the Melrose Keystone area were two hotbeds of vacation areas for the wealthy elite of the Northeast during the Industrial Revolution. Their playground was between Jacksonville and Ocala. That was the Florida. That was the Florida that was the vacation world. There was no Miami Beach. There was no Tampa, St. Pete. They were there. There was no Orlando with the amusement parks. Those were all small areas. The vacation mecca was from the city of Jacksonville to the city of Ocala.
I would imagine Silver Springs was one of the big attractions.
A huge attraction. Down, right? Yeah. Oh, a big attraction. Yeah. Big attraction.
Yeah. Well, right now, I drive by it every so often, and I see cars in the parking lot with a lot of people are canoeing on the river there and everything else, but it ain't nothing like it was just maybe 10 years ago.
And it's nothing like it was in its heyday when I was a young kid, when we would come down and you'd wait 45 minutes to an hour to get on a glass-bottom boat. It's not
exactly.
I took my sister came down from Minnesota, and my sister came down from Jacksonville. I would say 4 months ago, and we went and rode the glass-bottom boats just because my older sister hadn't been on them since she was like 10 years old, and she's in her 60s now, and so we went to ride the glass-bottom boats, and we literally paid for our tickets to get on the boat and walk right on, and we're able to do the little tour, and it was the boat was full, but there may have been 100 people in the park while we were there.
Yeah. What can you imagine what it would have been like if Disney would have decided to do something in the Ocala area?
He wanted to do it here. He was told by the powers that be at the time, we don't want you here. We like our little town the way it is, and we don't want Hollywood, California in our town.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I'm glad you're in Orlando and not here.
That's for you, Hugh. I'm a big Disney World guy, so it'd be. I wouldn't mind being able to. I wouldn't mind being able to drive 5 minutes to the Magic Kingdom. It's just me. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah,
wouldn't mind.
Yeah. Between here and Orlando, there's a big climate change. It gets cold up here and everything else. We're down in the Orlando area. You don't have that kind of weather.
Not usually. You do not. Hey, thanks for the call, Hugh.
Okay, thank you, Tom.
We're gonna take a break. Coming up, Magnolia Italian Bakery. Man, I bet there's some good food coming in here. We'll talk to them next, right here on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. That is WOCA, The Source.
You're invited, Ocala, so come on over to 5 fabulous acres of Christmas giving for your home, your family, and your friends at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. You'll find it all here in one place, like Ocala's best poinsettias, regularly $6.99 each. You get 3 for just $15. Everybody's favorite budded and blooming foil-wrapped Christmas cactus, just $12.99. And of course, living Christmas trees, starting as low as $29.99 for tabletop size and $99 for sheared to perfection living red cedar and Carolina blue sapphire. That's not all. You need to walk this garden to see hundreds of other ideas for giving and decorating. And don't forget the gift certificates. You get one for yourself for everyone you buy for others. Don't miss this Christmas place. It's Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery on Southeast 38th Street in Ocala, just east of Lake Weir Avenue. Daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming Christmas place for 72 holiday seasons.
Hey, I didn't know it rained last night.
Oh, it didn't. Why do you say that?
Because little Johnny's in the backyard playing in that big mud puddle.
Did you leave the hose on?
No, the neighbor borrowed it yesterday.
Wait, is that the side where the septic
Johnny, get out of there!
Having septic problems? At Mike Scott Plumbing, we can make those septic worries disappear. We can pump your septic tank, repair your drain field, and, if needed, even install a whole new system. At Mike Scott Plumbing, we don't take crap from anyone. We take it from everyone. 237-2888. Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. It's time to get that new look started. Let's get rid of those sun-damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. Humidity is not your hair's friend. It causes your hair to capture moisture and leaves it looking dry and unhealthy. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. So let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment